I caved and I bought a Switch 2. So let's talk about whether I think it's worth it as someone that mostly plays PC games. When I was debating buying the Switch, my main two concerns were whether I would get enough utility as both a single player, someone who normally plays games by themselves, and also already owns a PC for PC gaming. Spoiler, it was worth it. First, starting with specs, at a whopping $450, the Switch 2 is definitely an investment, but the main differences from the Switch 1/OLED is that the screen is over an inch and a half longer, it's 7.9 inches. It comes with 12 gigabytes of RAM instead of 4, and it also includes 256 gigabytes of integrated storage. So what does that actually mean? Anecdotally, I've never had any games freeze or crash or quit on me unexpectedly with the Switch 2. I've never owned a Switch 1. This is probably the first Nintendo device I've owned in 15 years, but I have played around a lot with my friends' Switch 1s, both OLED and light, and I can say that the Switch 2 has very impressive performance. Obviously, one of the draws of the Switch 2 is that you can play Nintendo Switch games on it, but I was also really concerned about its support for third-party games. Graphics-wise, the games look great on the Switch 2. For example, Palia is a very GPU-intensive game. On the Switch 1, it would often crash or freeze. With the Switch 2, we haven't had any problems with that, and visually, it just looks a lot better. In terms of utility, I will say that I really love having the Switch 2. I bought it anticipating going on a 10-day international trip. That was one of the things I was looking forward to, was having a gaming device that's portable so that I can travel with my games. I've also found that I really am drawn to certain cozy games more on the Switch than I am on the PC. Like, for example, I've been loving laying down on top of my bed and playing Disney Dreamlight Valley at night, because with PC gaming, you have to be upright, you have to be at your desk, but being able to plug in the Switch to the TV or just be handheld on my bed has been such a game changer. As someone that works from home and streams, I'm at my PC literally all day long. So it's nice to have a device that's just for me, just for my games, just to wind down. And I found that reason alone to make this very worth it for me. And while I haven't yet purchased any Nintendo specific games for the Switch 2, I am planning to, and I love that I now have the option to play Nintendo games because of the Switch. For me, gaming is a form of self-care, and girl math says that this was a wellness purchase. So if you're thinking of buying a Switch 2, this might be your sign to do it.